Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to the Healthy Organic Vegan on a Budget series in which I'm giving you 30 videos to help you eat well without spending a ton of money. And this is all leading up to my upcoming ebook on the same topic. In this video, I have a very special guest with me today. This is my lifelong best friend. We grew up across the street from one another in Massachusetts and we're sitting in her parents' incredible garden. Okay, so now we are standing in front of the compost bin right outside the garden. Bins, I should say. There's 3 divided in here. This is so cool. I'm really envious. I would love to have a massive compost pile. The way I compost is I actually just put all of my vegetables and fruit scraps and all that in the freezer. And then I put it in the green bin where all of the yard waste goes. And in my city in Los Angeles, they allow you to put your compost in there. Not every city does, so you want to check it out, but I do that because then I don't get the flies and the compost stink from my counter. It's frozen, but then it defrosts in the pile. How do you compost?
Well, we're not in the city, so we can take our compost out every day. And
so you just brought the bin over.
I did.
Right?
I just brought this this wheelbarrow full of compost material from the garden, which is great. There's no waste in a garden. I mean, there's raspberries and tomatoes in here that have gone by. There's squash that has rotted, and this all can go back into the production. So there really is, zero waste. Even when you're, throwing out food, you're actually putting it back into the soil and replenishing the soil for your plants to grow. So yeah, having 3 bays is a great option. At my farm, we have much bigger ones because we have, a lot of waste that goes into the compost. Here, and in your yard, you can do even smaller bays. And when you have 3, you can allow them to season. So you fill one up and then you leave it. You don't add any more to it. You turn it, you allow it to cook.
So do you turn it with like a big pitchfork, or some of them there are like barrels that you can actually turn?
Absolutely, and those are great. Those are really great because then you turn them every time you add something. If you don't want to purchase a barrel, there's different options for them, but they are made of plastic. So if you just want to make your own, you can make one really easily with pallets. This is made out of wire, so it's not gonna biodegrade anytime soon. It's gonna be pretty steadfast. You can see that all 4 sides are up because it limits animals from getting in and digging the compost out, and it keeps it all together.
But it's okay if animals get in because it's kind of part of the natural process.
It's totally okay, but here we want to keep the raccoons from pulling it all over the yard.
That's true. That's true. We don't want that either.
So so it keeps it here, and if you are in the city, sometimes it's nice to put a lid on too for that exact reason. So that you're not bringing pests to your compost.
So it's really easy to build your own. There's tons of different instructions online, videos that you can check out on this. Or, you can buy your own if you don't want to spend the time on that.
Absolutely, and you can make it to whatever size you want. If you think about how many vegetable scraps you're throwing out, or, what you're pulling out of the garden, or if you have leaf debris and litter. You'll be amazed at how quickly it actually turns to soil that you're then putting right back into your garden and growing more food with.
And that's actually a great way to get veganic, so organic and vegan soil that doesn't have any animal manure in it, is to just use your food scraps because it's just coming from plants. And you got that great broken down soil, it's nutrient rich, and it's gonna make your plants really happy. So some people also use worms. What is the benefit? I mean, do you need to use worms? Like, why do worms work?
Worms are great because it's a mutually beneficial relationship. So the worms are happy because you're feeding them, you're taking care of them, they're like a pet, really. They make great soil. Worm casings are great for your garden. They're a hugely easy, non-smelly option if you don't have space to actually compost outside. You can do them under your kitchen sink.
Wow.
I mean, it's that simple.
And they're not going to get out. I think people
they're contained.
They're afraid of like worms, but they're just like living in this container. And you're feeding them, and they're really happy, and they're helping make the soil even richer. So yeah,
they are. They will eat all of your scraps. There are certain things you have to be careful about, like they don't they don't do well with a lot of citrus, so you have to be careful of like orange peels and that sort of thing. But they really make compost fast. I mean, you will be amazed. I do worm bins for classrooms, and kids are always amazed to see how quickly the leftovers from their snacks and lunches gets turned into
like
soil.
how quickly?
Like in a matter of weeks. Like
weeks?
a week.
Wow. And how long will this take?
This can take, you know, depending on how big your pile is and how often you turn it, this can take a couple months.
But the basics
But
are
the
just
basics is
putting your scraps in some sort of bin outside or in a worm bin.
Right.
And just letting nature do its thing.
That's what it does.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for breaking it down, pun intended. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We would love to hear from you. Do you have any compost system going on right now? Do you do what I do and just, you know, put it in a bin on your counter or in the freezer and then put it with your yard waste? Do you have a worm bin or one of those? Really, I've always wanted one of those bins that you turn. Those are cool. Yeah. Or do you do something like this? We'd love to hear from you. And if you don't compost yet, we would love to know what is holding you back, and did this video help you? If it did help you and you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. And also, speaking of subscribing, if you want to get these videos about healthy organic living right into your inbox every single day, there's 30 in this series and all. I don't want you to miss out, so sign up for the mailing list right down below in the YouTube description field. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow, and in the meantime, you can visit ecovegangal.com for more information about healthy, happy living. Thanks so much for watching, and for Sarah, my BFF forever. Wait, BFF, does that already say forever? Best
extra
friends
forever. It's extra
so
forever.
So it's two forevers. Yes. You're my BFFF, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for being here today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Happy composting.
Bye. Tips for starting your own organic garden. How do you get started?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the easiest things that you can